The Impact of Surveillance Technology on Privacy. Joshua Minchew for Dr. Scott Anderson. 5 of the 6 things listed are listening to what you say, what you do, and learning from the information you provide. Unfortunately, it's not the last one, though. As a broader range of devices gain smart capabilities, more of your private life is at risk of being exposed to outsiders. The addition of known technologies such as GPS, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, voice activation, or motion capture to devices, along with new additions like BLE, which is Bluetooth capable of transmitting, receiving, and locating data while using very little power, or as your phone battery is dead. LiDAR, which measures distance, speed, and your surroundings, or near-field communications, which send power information through radio waves without any contact, or sending data through crowdsourced relay, which is passing information from device to device, whether you own it or not. Sorry about that alarm. Each one of these technologies is being used to gather information on you through devices you use every day. I'll shorten the list down to the most popular items in people's inventories: smartphones, smartwatches, smart televisions, autonomous vacuums, vehicles. 2023, Edward Snowden revealed that call records, location data, SIM and IMEI data were being recorded by government agencies. Later leaks showed that messaging and voice records were being recorded as well. Whistleblower statements, legal investigations showed that companies such as Apple, Google, Facebook, and Amazon have collected and shared such personal information as voice and video recordings, both while the phone is in use and while idle, stored photos, videos, and files, location data, purchase and search history, and interactions with phone contacts. So when you talk about something and it shows up on your feed as an ad later, that's typically why. The data breaches from these major companies also show that they've been storing facial ID and fingerprints. Other whistleblower sources reveal that methods in which the new technologies are being used in data collection. Location data is being pulled from GPS, photo metadata, low-energy Bluetooth, BLE, and NFC transactions. Personal data is being passed from device to device through crowdsourced relay back to cloud storage devices. These companies maintain that all the information being collected is for the process of improvement and not shared. The legal documents reveal that the phone makes sure nothing you do isn't being passed on for marketing purposes. Smartwatches. Privacy advocates have warned that the collection of contacts, emails, passwords, phone records, and banking information has been lost into these smartwatches and Fitbits. Location data, including locations of military bases during wartime, have also been leaked. Medical information has been leaked as HIPAA doesn't cover information you collect on yourself. Additionally, conversations and training schedules have been leaked to advertisers. Through the technology such as GPS, Bluetooth, and BLE, and the various accelerometers and other meters for location and data relay. Things like where you've been, where you've stopped to eat, heart rate monitors, salinity monitors, and glucose monitors have been passed on to doctors and insurance companies. This thing is just an extension of your phone, so they have a variety of uses. But for advertisers and insurance companies, they're gold mines. Smart televisions. So years ago, probably 2011, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about how these new smart TVs are probably watching and listening to people. Well, in 2015, Samsung confirmed that. They said, watch what you say in front of the smart TVs because it's sending private information to the Samsung servers. Samsung maintained that the information was used for search and returning the results to prompts only. But in January of 2026, Samsung was named in a class action lawsuit for invasion of privacy and selling user data to third-party advertisers. Nielsen used to pay consumers for their watch data. Now the TV does it on its own, and the TV makers get the profit instead of the public. The information is collected through something called ACR. It's a software that checks the screen hundreds of times per second, uh, checking location, search history, and IP address, and also cameras and microphones that are used for gesture control and voice controls are being used to survey the audience and identify locations. So 15 years ago, we were just joking about this and never would have guessed it was true. Here we are, though. Autonomous vacuums. So in 2020, a photo of a young woman using the toilet was uploaded to Facebook. The photo was taken by her vacuum. iRobot, the maker of this particular model, said that these features were only on test models, never put into production models. MIT researchers later found photos inside saved under detailed labels of household items and locations across various brands of autonomous vacuum units. And in February of 2026, Semi Asdulfa hacked his robot vacuum to see if he could use a PS5 controller to drive it and to see why it's using so much information. Within a few hours, he had photos, videos, and mapping data of 7,000 houses across 24 countries. Remember, though, this technology was never went into consumer units and was only used for test units. Uh, Mapping data like LiDAR and onboard cameras uh, document the room size and items contained in uh, photos and live feed, videos and audios of occupants are also available to the third-party vendors. Uh, just got to wonder why advertisers want such detailed maps and list of content in our home. I can't help but wonder if they want to take over them by remote and break things or knock over drinks, so we'll have to buy new furniture. Who knows? On to the biggest offender, though: vehicles. Automakers are collecting more information than most other products. They collect driving habits, your speed, your braking, how close you get to other cars, if you reverse into a pole. They're also gathering location data, audio and video of the drivers and the passengers and the exterior of the vehicles. Any information that your phone is connected to. Uh, all of these you've given permission for them to get because you had to accept the user agreement in order to get basic functions like radio or GPS maps or even climate control. And some of the features like maps or remote start stop working if you turn off permissions. So they sell you something and then don't allow you to use it if you don't allow them to spy on you. So the vehicle's collecting information through onboard, exterior, and interior cameras that watch how you drive, if you're distracted from a road, if you're using your phone, and survey all the vehicles around you. They use the microphone that you use for voice control or Bluetooth calling or record conversations in and around the vehicle. They use LiDAR and GPS so they know how close you follow, your speed, how you brake, if you had accidents. Uh, they use the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity to share your contacts, your messages, your browser history, files, photos, and videos. All this is passed on to advertisers and insurance agents on your behalf. The unfortunate thing is that legislature hadn't caught up to the technology yet, so your protections on this are limited or none at all. Uh, as we can see, our advanced technologies come with a hidden price, and the price is that you can't stay hidden. Most of these invasions of privacy seem to be gathering information in order to better advertise to you. Although some data, such as with automobiles and fitness tracker, are of more interest to your insurance companies, but will still cost you more money. If you have concern about the collection and sale of your information, contact your legislature, your congressman, local, state, and national. Ask them to catch up on privacy legislation. Meanwhile, though, you can choose to opt out as many services as you feel necessary, but you can't promise that they'll actually turn the functions off, and it may affect the function of your devices. Uh, thank you for listening. I hope that you've learned something, and have a good day.